All right, in section 2.3, we're going to be talking about manipulating formulas. Manipulating formulas. And so what we're going to be given are different formulas. You might have something like P is equal to 2L plus 2W. This is the perimeter formula. And what you're going to be asked to do is to solve for W. We want to solve for W. And so when we're working with these, we're not actually going to be solving for a single value. We're going to be solving for a variable, and you're just going to come up with a new equation. All right. And so we still want to get that variable by itself. So if we look at P equals 2L plus 2W, the first thing that we want to do is try to get our 2W by itself. And so in order to do that, we're going to subtract 2L on both sides. Now remember, when you're adding variables, you can only add those that have like terms. So we get P minus 2L is equal to 2W. And now to finish this problem up and get W by itself, we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. And that's going to give us P minus 2L over 2 is equal to W. And that'll be our final answer. All right, let's do another one. Let's say we have the volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. And we want to solve for h. We want to solve for h. We want to get h by itself. One of the things you ought to see here, though, is that we have a fraction. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of our fraction. And so we can do that by multiplying by 3 our denominator on both sides. So that'll be our first step in this one. That's going to give us 3v is equal to pi r squared h. And so now we want to get h by itself. So we're going to divide by pi r squared on both sides. Just like we were solving it for h. That's what we're doing, right? So we end up with 3v over pi r squared is equal to h, and that is our final answer. For our last example, let's do one that's there's a little bit more to it. All right, let's do the area of a trapezoid. We have A is equal to 1/2 B1 plus B2 H, right? And so we want to solve for B2 in this one. So once again, we have a fraction. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of that fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that. That's going to give us 2a is equal to b1 plus b2h. And now we need to divide by h on both sides. And that's going to give us 2ah is equal to b1 plus b2. Now to finish solving for b2, we just need to subtract b1 on both sides. And that will give us 2a over h minus b1 is equal to b2. So that's our final answer. That's all we've got for section 2.3.